Guys, this is Luis Medrano from livingrawvegan.com and Facebook page at Living Raw Vegan. And today's video is all about plant-based grocery shopping during a pandemic. So let's get right into it, guys. So first, to kind of mention what I did here with my grocery list is I separated it into 6 categories for you to see and make it easier to break it down. Usually when I grocery shop, my wife and I, when we meal plan for the week, we like to think about our meals that we're going to have. So the categories, in this case, there were 6 different categories. We like to always start with some green juice in the morning. We love our green juice. We're in love with the green juice that I'm about to show you right now. And then we think about 2 or 3 meals that we would like to plan for. In this case, we plan for 3 different meals. I've also included snacks, and because this is a pandemic grocery shopping trip, there are bulk items that we included on this trip, which we normally don't do on a regular grocery trip, but because it was, to stock up and to have bulk items on hand, we included that in this trip as well. So those are the 6 categories. Let's begin with the bulk items. So to begin, these are the items that the idea here is to have items to store in the fridge, mostly in the freezer and in the pantry. And these are items that, won't go bad, right away. They can be stored for a while, especially if they're stored properly. And we want to be able to have them just in case, with the whole closures and people ordered to stay at home and all that with the pandemic going on. We don't want to have to deal with trying to go to the store when things are closing or there's lines, all kinds of stuff like that. So we decided to have these bulk items on hand so that we can have food available at any time if needed, whenever we, are running low on fresh foods. So first we have a 25-pound bag of jasmine rice we picked up at Costco. And, we like to make various rice dishes, a lot of great vegan rice dish recipes. So that's always good to have on hand. We got some oatmeal. We like to put those in jars or a resealable bag so that we can keep it fresh. Some honey or agave to sweeten our oatmeal or hot teas, especially now with the fall and winter, with the colder weather. Some canned mandarin oranges. Again, these are all things that can be stored and not have to be, put in the fridge or anything like that. They can be placed in the pantry and just left there just for any time when we want to just dig in and we wish to make any of these meals. Some pasta along with a large bag of frozen vegetables, 4-pound bag of raisins, and that can be used for various things like salads or to put in our oatmeals. Typically, that's how we have them, usually in salads or oatmeal. So yeah, that's a good have, and it's a good amount too that will last. We got this package at Costco that has 6 different quarts of almond milk that does not have to be refrigerated, so we can keep that in the pantry as well. But once you open it, obviously we put it in the fridge. We got some canned corn, 2 bags of dried chickpeas, and some loaves of bread to freeze. We also got those at Costco too. We'll keep them in the freezer. And we also, whenever we decide, we want a slice of toast with our hot tea or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something, we know that we always have bread in the freezer just in case. I did forget to mention the frozen vegetables. We got this huge bag of frozen vegetables that will stay in the freezer for any future meals or any times like, just to have stored as, backup food just in case. A couple quick note to mention, there are things in here that we already had in our pantry that, we didn't include in this trip, but that I thought I'd mention. Things like we have jars of beans, different kinds of beans. We have pasta sauce, cans of sauce, cans of peas, and different things, again, that can be stored. So that stuff we already had in the pantry. Okay, let's move on to our juice. So this has been our favorite juice recipe lately, and we are just loving it. The taste, the flavor, and especially first thing in the morning, what a way to wake up, right? So for this juice, we usually do 6 days out of the week. That's why you see 6 of everything. 1 day a week, usually mostly on the weekends, like a Saturday or Sunday, we wake up and we just feel like doing something different for that one day. But anyways, for this juice, we get 6 heads of celery, 6 heads of cucumber, 6 lemons, 6 navel oranges, 6 apples, some ginger, and some cilantro bunches. and we use a juicer. We have the Breville juicer, and it just whips this up so easy. Pretty much that jar you see in the picture is what we get out of these items here. We use one a day. So between my wife and I, one head of celery, one cucumber, one cilantro bunch, one lemon, one apple, a piece of ginger, and I think I forgot one orange. But all that creates about 2 jars, about the size of that picture that you see there. So that's our juice. Moving on to meal number 1 is a green smoothie. Definitely like to include green smoothies as much as possible. Green smoothies are awesome, guys, because you get the benefits of the greens, but you taste the fruit and the berries and whatever other goodies you put in there, guys. So really, really good. Anyways, for this grocery trip, we included 4 bunches of bananas, 3-pound bag of frozen berries. We got that at Costco. Nice big bag of berries. A box of organic spinach, and we also like to include flax seeds and sometimes vegan chocolate protein powder in our smoothie. Not all the time, but this time around we did get these items from the grocery store. With the exception of flax seeds, that was another bulk item that we already had in the pantry stored in a jar. Okay, moving on to meal number 2 is a large mixed salad. And usually we'll have this for lunch or dinner, just depends how I'm feeling that day. For this meal, we picked up 2 bags of mixed power greens, and these are bags of, basically they have baby kale, baby chard, baby spinach, and we get those at Costco again. Really good products at Costco. Also include 2 heads of romaine lettuce just to mix up the greens, or one day I might want just romaine, one day I might want the baby greens, one day I might want them all mixed together. Right. To include in the salad, we had cherry tomatoes, yellow bell peppers, red onion, avocado, shredded carrot, canned corn. Those are the toppings. And for the dressing, I'm making like a Roma tahini, garlic, lemon type of dressing. So it's basically some tablespoons of tahini, some lemon juice, garlic powder, and a Roma tomato. I might throw in some aminos or some pink salt or some nutritional yeast to change it up a bit, and I just blend that up, and that's the dressing for the salad. Okay, moving on to grocery items for meal number 3. We're having a squash soup with baby potatoes on the side. So for this soup, we got a bag of baby potatoes. They look like the ones you see in the picture. 1 acorn squash and some butternut squash as well. We picked up garlic, some serrano peppers, and vegetable broth. Now there are items that were required for this recipe, but we already had. So I won't go into that right now, but just to give you an idea, I imagine if you have pantry, you have some basics in your pantry like herbs and spices and things like that. You won't need to get them all the time. So some items that were part of this recipe were not in this grocery list because we already had them. And finally, snacks. I love to snack on fruit, especially before a workout or in the middle of the day between lunch and dinner. These are great snacks to have. We picked up some kiwi, persimmons, papaya, dried figs, and dried granola. Sometimes I'll mix all of them together. Sometimes I'll just have a piece of persimmon with the kiwi, or it just depends what I'm feeling for the snacks. But it's always good to have fruit on hand to snack on and to enjoy just the benefits of the good tasting fruit. Not only the nutrients, but it's just so good, guys. This is sweet fruit, so delicious. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's our grocery list for the week, grocery shopping list for a pandemic, focusing on the bulk items, obviously to have stuff on hand, but also, like I said, my wife and I like to plan our grocery trips based on the meals that we want to have and the snacks that we would like. We try to focus most of the items to be whole plant-based foods, right? Oats, rice, fresh fruit, fresh greens, things like that, fresh beans. But there are some things that are, not whole, technically, like the protein powder or some of the other items that might not be technically a whole food. But we like to focus most of our items to be a whole plant food, and then from there make delicious meals out of. Guys, and the recipes are endless, right? Let me know if you have any questions, guys. I would love to answer your questions. What do you guys think about this grocery trip? Does it look like something you might do or something you can do if you're not doing it yet? Let me know, guys. I'll talk to you soon.